This is
Three,
Rite
two,
and
one,
Aquarian
ball.
starting now.
Here we go, grand finals. That hammer is going to hit so hard against this Hattori. Aquarian starting things off with a couple of heavy hits. It's just doing more damage than right now.
That's the biggest thing about the hammer is how much damage it can deal in one hit, especially the aerials. Those neutral airs, those side airs can do so much, 20 to 25 damage, a little bit more because of how much strength Scarlet brings to the table, especially compared to that damage differential when you account in for the defense too from Hattori.
Yeah, exactly. And Aquarian's taken a pretty, not a big, well now he's taken a pretty big lead because that should be it. He's not in kill percent. It's gonna take a little bit for Hattori to get this kill. And he's got a lance, and this lance hits hard, and he's gonna hit hard here. Even just building up with these nairs, it'll do so much more damage than if say it was like a Vrax just doing the nairs. It's such a heavy hitting legend. Oh, but that just raw ground pound, and it's enough. He only got one nair off.
I think he really got caught off guard from that ground pound, coming really much, pretty much out of nowhere. Aquarian trying to make something work with the unarmed kit and gets back to the wall. Both players do. Now Rite trying to make his way back on the stage, but this is a very difficult position. Lance having such a strong showing when it comes to preventing players from coming back to stage. We see it so often on a lot of players that utilize Lance, is that when players try to make their recovery, it is just so difficult that it could spell even more edgeguard play from the defending player.
Ooh. Not a place you want to be is above the hammer, and not a place you want to be is in that Scarlet D-Sig. It just has so much force. Unfortunately, Aquarian was not able to finish off that little edge guarding situation there. Rite is in the red though, and Aquarian does have this hammer. He's probably like a nair away from killing. Hammer nair, of course. Lance nair has no variable force anymore, so it doesn't kill. Gets the air.
Yeah, side air gonna do it. I mean, the what was the attack? The second attack right before he used that one was almost enough to kill on its own, and it was barely anything. Now the weapon throw, Rite approaching, trying to get right on top of Aquarian. No matter how many weapon throws you get in a row, though, if that's all you get, that's very little damage. It's only about 2 to 4 damage max, I'm pretty sure. And force is variable for how long it's been thrown, so close range throws are really not going to do much. You got to get more than that.
Ooh, big neutral sig. Rite in big trouble here in game one. Aquarian just playing out of his mind good. Aquarian really wants this. Aquarian looking to find a kill move here. He has all the time in the world. He's still on his second stock, and he still has a full final stock here. Rite, though, we have seen him pull these games back.
Holding onto that spear, he has the option to space out a lot of Aquarian's moves if he can just...
He missed it.
Oh, he had the opportunity to weapon starve Aquarian and force him into an unarmed kit, but doesn't even matter. Gets the double down light in a row into the side air, and now that is going to put him in a much more even position. He can still do this. It's going to be hard for him to approach Aquarian with that lance. Ooh, the haymaker is going to make him lose that lance out now, but he does get the next weapon spawn. It's going to be hammer. Side air recovery. Literally anything can kill at this point, except for that nair, apparently, as he tries to get back to stage. Rare, and now Rite. Very...
Oof. This is close. This game one is coming down to the last hit. Doesn't hit the side sig. Tries to predict the landing, doesn't land it. Rite hits that spear dare. Spear Sair. Edge guarding situation for Aquarian. He goes for the breakdown. The ground pound. Rite pulls it all the way back. And game one goes the way of Rite. What a play from Rite to steal game one away from Aquarian.
That was explosive. He really turned things around right at the end. Aquarian had a fantastic showing in the beginning of the match, but Rite adapted on the fly, finding whatever he needed to adapt to this gameplay. Rite now swapping over to the Bren, knowing that maybe he's not finding enough range on the sword to really exercise the kind of spacing he needs. And Aquarian switching up, holding onto the hammer, but swapping for the for the Qatars. This is going to give him a little bit of success going against the spear, but I don't know how it's going to fare going up against the axe.
Yeah, this will be tricky. His Qatars worked. We'll see if they'll work again. And he still has that hammer. And Sentinel has really, really good signature moves. All of them are really, really good. He's one of the few characters that has like 6 really solid signature moves. If he's able to utilize them, he's got a really good chance of winning this.
I mean, I still remember way back in the day, he was the only character to have the most powerful signature move in the game. There was actually someone in the top 10 on the leaderboards. He was only there because his only signature, back when characters actually only had 1 signature move per weapon, was actually just the most busted thing in the world. The down sig that you know as today was about 3 times the size, had 3 times the active frames, and actually probably 5 times the active frames because it lasted for a full 1.5 seconds.
Holy!
And literally covered your entire hurt box, as well as in front 3 character lengths in front of your character, and 1 character length behind yourself. So it was insane.
Wow. As we were saying that, Aquarian was able to get Rite off the side with the Qatars, and he's just using these sigs so well. He's already hit him with 1 neutral sig. He's hit him with a side sig.
Side air to the face, looking for a recovery, not going to connect it, gets back on the stage. No punish from Aquarian, surprisingly enough. Usually you see the punish, right, as someone lands on stage, and that is going to cause Aquarian to get a little bit of a punish. Ground pound, huge explosive play coming out from Rite to confirm the kill. He still has a lot of room to work with to get back to square one, but he can still do this. He's made it back in game number 1 off of a huge deficit. He just has to make back the difference onto Aquarian. If you can find a Gimp here, he has the position to potentially do it, but it's going to be a very close play. No, 2 nairs from Aquarian is all he needs.
Yeah, Aquarian is playing this way. He's using the sigs a little bit better than he was with the Scarlet sigs, and it's given him a big lead, and it's showing that he knows Sentinel just as well as he knows Scarlet. Big plays. Ooh, big recovery. Oh, the side sig, that will kill. And this is exact same situation that they were in game 1. Aquarian in the white, Rite in the red. We're going to see if he's able to close out game 2 or if Rite's able to pull off back-to-back miracles. Big damage. Nice axe string. Weapon tosses are knocking Aquarian off stage.
He's going to be holding that angle for quite a while, looking for that neutral air potential. He can also go for the down sig. He's actually got quite a few options. And the active frames from the neutral sig. It actually used to be really strong, too. It had more, it had less recovery frames at the end of the sig as well. So you could go directly from a neutral sig into a neutral air and cover yourself. It was actually pretty crazy. But he is going to be taking game at number 2, evening up the set. Putting both players at a pretty good position, and now we're going to see a Queen Nai come out from Rite.
Oh, he swapped over to his Nai. Okay, I've known that he's played some Nai. We're going to see if it changes things up a little bit for him. Let's see his Qatars again. Let's see if he can use those sigs really, really well. Queen Nai, another legend with really, really nice sigs. She's just a little bit on the slow side. Sentinel's pretty quick, so we'll see if the speed doesn't become such a big factor. Looking like straight to the point Wilson with the skin and everything. That's exactly the way Wilson plays his Nai almost. Aquarian catching these landings with the Nair or an End Light. Ooh, big plays from Rite, and that might be the no. Rite went too deep. And stock 1 is going to Aquarian.
Rite trying to make the approach onto the Aquarian. The down sig too far away to actually make a connection, and Aquarian actually getting a lot of damage to turn around onto Rite. Neutral Sig into a neutral air, not going to connect. Right, trying to turn things around with the side Sig. Weapon throw, going to interrupt a little bit. And the turnaround, neutral Sig getting a lot of damage, but too far in front of Right to actually connect that down Sig is going to be a little bit of a trouble. But the second one does end up connecting in, Right overextending so much. That's the next stock gone. Aquarian's looking to do a 3 stock in game number 3.
It's going to be tough. He is in the red, but he's looking good. Neutral Sig, so much damage. He knows these Sigs so well. I'm surprised we haven't seen this before. His Sentinel is just like, it's on fire. It's on point. Right is almost dead already. Right in the red, gets nared. 1 or 2. Look at, ooh, the ground pound doesn't quite kill. Tries to go for that ground pound, gets nared again, 1 more nair, and we will see a 3 stock in the grand finals of this tournament. And there it is, a 3 stock in the grand finals of the Australian Championship.
It happened. Right is trying to just figure out what to do to make this work, because he barely scraped by in game number 1.
He did.
Taking the fall in game number 2, the Bryn pick didn't work, so now he's got to switch it back to the Hattori pick, because it's the only thing that's worked so far. But he's not. But you're not going to catch Aquarian sleeping on the Scarlet again. He's been switching it up again. He's still on that Sentinel. It's a strong pick.
Yeah, this Sentinel has been. I think like the neutral Sig on Sentinel and the neutral Sig on Scarlet for Hammer are very similar, but it comes out so much faster. And Aquarian has been using the Sentinel Sig a little bit better with that little that read that he has, that side late into chase dodge neutral Sig. He's been hitting it a ton with this Sentinel, and that's just so much damage. Oh, big plays from Right though. Ooh, tries to go for the haymaker, still gets a big unarmed play though.
Going in for the dive, doesn't find it, tries to get a little bit more damage off. Right, trying to get back onto the wall, does get the tag. But he's playing so low. Aquarian is just manhandling him below the stage.
That's
He can't get back.
This is insane. Aquarian is making Right just, he's making it look easy.
He's making a fool out of him.
Exactly. Right's going to need to find some answers. He's got to try and fight through this game or fight through the reset, which is looking more and more likely. However, he's doing a very good job on this stock, and Aquarian doesn't have a recovery. We're tied up again.
Well, it literally goes one of 2 ways at this point. Right takes it down, wins it out in the pre-reset, or he doesn't find the adaptation he needs, and he takes second place again. I'm sure he doesn't want that. He's so close to getting this win, and he's playing out of his mind so far in this tournament. So this is about the closest he's going to get so far in getting a first place victory.
Yeah, he is so close. He's never been on the winner's side of this. And Right doesn't want to throw that away, but Aquarian has just been pushing as hard as he can. This game is the closest one we've seen yet. Oh, they both went for the Sig, but the Hattori one came out first.
Recovery. Double recovery. Neutral Sig not going to connect. Goes for the ground pound. Very risky. And Aquarian tries to follow up with the ground pound. Not going to connect. And now Right has a bit of an advantage on the side. Finds the ground pound and takes the lead in the game. Could put this into a 2-2 game 5 situation. If Right does get that, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Aquarian to get that reset. Otherwise, that is the tournament in favor of Right all the way 100%.
We haven't seen anybody push Right like this. These sidelights are hitting. Aquarian keeps trying to go up from the top, and he's just not being able to land. Ooh, just misses that sidelight.
Right getting the recovery. Weapon throw from Aquarian. Aquarian looking for the recovery.
There's the ground pound.
Confirm the kill, but so much damage already from Right. If he can confirm a weapon pickup at some point without too much damage being taken, where Aquarian is going to deny that a little bit. Pressure, Right, little stutter step. Nice pickup into neutral Sig. That is a huge hit. Aquarian trying to make the damage come back from in a little bit more. Side Sig coming out. That is the finisher. 2 and 2 on either side of the set. Rite, Nemesis, this is Rite's game to lose at this point.
We are
Because
going
this
to
is
game
the
5.
entire tournament on point. If Aquarian gets this reset, I could almost guarantee you he takes it down.
Yeah, game 5 is... This is big. Aquarian has played so well up until this point. He fought all the way through losers. He's pushed this to a game 5. Let's see if he's able to... push it to the reset. AquarianNemesis, Kanga's very own Rite. Game 5, Aquarian goes to a Nash. He changes things up completely. A character we haven't seen him play yet. He's playing Nash. So much force, so many good sigs, and a little bit more range with that spear. We're going to see if this is the change that Aquarian needs to reset this game, or if Rite is able to finally end the bracket.
We saw Nash earlier today in Brazil. I think it was... Oh, shoot. Who was it? I'm drawing a blank on who played him now.
Fiend plays Nash.
It wasn't Fiend that played him. It was someone different. And now I'm drawing a huge blank on who played him. And it's annoying me because he made it into top 8.
Anyways, we are game 5 Shipwreck. As neutral as a map gets. Aquarian on his Nash. We haven't seen it yet. We'll see how he utilizes these SIGs. Rite sticking to that Hattori. Rite just using the sword, just playing so fast. And it's not like Nash is a slow legend. He's just playing faster than Aquarian is this game. He's just moving faster. There's more actions. He's just playing as fast as he can. Does Rite kill himself here, though? Ground pound, weapon toss. Tries to go for the recovery to scoop him back down. Is a great dodge. That's going to be enough. Stock 1. Oh, stock 1. Going the way of Rite. Rite has a pretty big lead. He's not in the kill percent. Nash can change that really quickly, though.
That side stick has a huge amount of force, so you're right. It could flip on a dime, and that's one of the other things about this map is that a Gimp opportunity, no matter who you're playing as, is always on the table because that short wall is a very, very, very low pit below the stage. It can all go out of your favor if you get knocked off the map in the wrong way.
That's exactly it. This is
in the right way.
This is a tough map. Oh, the ground pound. He doesn't have a recovery. Final stock. Rite up 3-1. Will Rite end his second place misery and finally take a championship, or will AquarianNemesis pull back this miracle game? Huge got the double D light. Hits the nair.
The approach, the neutral sig putting the pressure on. Rite trying to make this a 3 stock right now, trying to end this as fast as possible. Gets hit by the recovery. He's so low, he can still, doesn't throw the dodge out quite in time. And the stuff from the ground pound is going to confirm that kill. Rite still having a stock advantage over that. And the down sig side, double down light into side air.
And it's over.
Ground pound confirming and finally breaks the second place curse.
Done it.
And boom, there it is. Just like you said, he done it.